rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silent reflection, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Mrs. Lobazinski, the floor is
Mr. Elliott,
present.
Mr. Garcia,
Here.
Mrs. Miscellaneous, Mr. Kuba,
Here.
Mr. Crow.
Here.
Let the record show all are present and accounted for.
Thank you, Mrs. Lobazinski. Mr. Elliott, do we have any public participation today?
Yes, we do. Mr. Rick Mulbrook.
Can you pass down, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
Rick Mulbrook, 9221 Parkway Drive.
Hold on, sir. I want to find out what we're speaking to today. Item 13. Personnel. Sir, you're going to speak to personnel?
Well, specifically it's D, it's less, I think, maybe I forgot it. It's 13 and it's part D.
Oh.
Administrative classified salary recommendation. The problem that I have is that, of course, it's not open for public view, at least, and I've always wondered if I could make a request to look at the document, but I suppose I cannot. So I'm left with a very broad and general question. I assume, and correct me if I'm wrong, that the administrative recommendation on salary is probably going to be in line with the teacher collective bargaining agreement, which I don't know either. So if that is the sole basis of it, is it fair to ask the question? I suppose it's not fair. Is the raise going to be 2%, 2.5%, 3%, 3.5%? Can I ask such a question? I don't know if I can.
Good answer.
I mean, we're going to, the equivalent to 2.75%, which is, teachers have to do it in a dollar figure, it's different, but it's equivalent to, where some of the younger teachers at the bottom of the scale get much more than that, but the top of the scale not quite, so about 2.75.
I think that's pretty much the question I had. Thank you.
Yep.
All right. Could I have a motion to approve minutes? Motion to approve minutes, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. Kuba. Support by Mr. Garcia. Thank you. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Correspondence, Dr. Smith.
None at this time, Mr. President.
How about a superintendent's report?
Yeah, a couple things. First of all, had a couple of tough weeks here just recently. We lost some really good people. Tom Summers, I want to start off with. I did not get a chance to work with Tom Summers. Tom Summers was a social studies teacher and coached a number of sports for the school town of Highland for over 40 years, Lucy, I think?
Probably around there, yeah.
Yeah, about 40 years. Just lived on the corner over here. Tom was had a great impact on many students of ours. Tom had retired the year before I arrived, 14 years ago, and he moved to Fishers, I think Fishers, Indiana. But he unfortunately passed. They had his viewing on Saturday, this past Saturday. And then we lost a student. We always go into education. I think every educator that I've ever known in my entire life, when we go into education, we go into education to make a positive impact on children. And the worst thing that can possibly happen for educators is to lose a child. And it's unfortunately, in my 30 years, it's happened a few times. We've lost some children, and we did again, and it's a sad day for Highland. It was a sad time. But I do want to wish Erica Poland and her family our thoughts, our prayers, and please, students, we're here for every student, and any support we can give, we're here to give. So it was a tough day, but please, everyone keep the Poland family in your thoughts and prayers. And that was Sunday. We went to that. So on a brighter note, I want to congratulate our fall sports, the girls sectional champs in soccer again. I told their coach the other day when they won On Thursday night, I said, just keep collecting that hardware. She just keeps collecting the sectional hardware. So it's great to win a sectional championship. I think we had a good fall sports. We do still have football left. I think that's the last sport left. Volleyball's out. I think cross is out. I don't think we had anybody qualify for regionals in cross. Did we had one?
We did. We had 4
Amelia
girls
and
and 5
Yeah, I know there were,
boys.
yeah.
So some of the boys and girls got through. Okay.
6 girls?
6 girls, 4 boys.
That's what I said.
Awesome. For regionals.
Yeah, there were more girls than boys, right?
Okay.
6 of the 7 girls, yeah, that's right.
So,
Thank
you know what, I looked at the team, because the team, you had to be top 5, right? That's what it was for a team to qualify. So. but we
No, it's weird the way they do it.
Yeah.
So, if the team qualifies, you're right, top 5
5,
teams
yeah.
that qualify.
Top 5,
The
and then.
entire team goes.
And then
it's
individual have to be
15
top
individuals.
15. That's how they got it.
That
Gotcha.
are not on those top 5
Yep,
teams.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
So when I saw like they were 20th place, but they were top 5. Gotcha.
We
Um,
had a top 20 also.
Yeah, that's awesome. So congrats for them. We'll wish them luck at regionals. Football drew East Chicago this Friday at East Chicago. If we win that game, then we host on Halloween night here at our place the winner of Lowell and Hanover. So, and that would be it. I also want to congratulate the marching band. They did their last march, for our last home football game. What a great time. I mean, to watch like over 40 kids now, and they sound great, and just see their numbers are climbing. That was fun. That's really fun to see how the marching band has just taken off this last year or two. So I do want to give those kudos. We got a show coming up. Mark Reiser's in the audience here. He and Mr. Domasica. The show's called Fools. It's November 20th through the 23rd. We have dual cast. So that's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Neil Simon's Fools. We're looking forward to that. And last, I want to wrap up with the Highland Education Foundation. Gave out 19 grants. That's the most we've ever given out, is 19 grants. And we will publish those grants, and the teachers that receive those grants and some of our communications that frequently go out, we'll get those out here in the next week or two. So that's great to be able to see, a pipe dream 10 or 11 years ago to have a foundation, and now we're giving out 19 grants and $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. It's fantastic. So, good stuff.
Excellent, thank you. Board reports, Australia, anything to report?
Report.
How about you, Mr. Garcia?
Yes, last Tuesday was the Highland Griffith Chamber, the Center of Workforce Innovations presented on programming they have specific to pathways for the high school diploma and how businesses can integrate with local districts to support the experiential learning pieces of that. It's a fascinating piece. On the legislative liaison side, this past Friday, the Indiana Department of Education put in a waiver to the Federal Department of Education with Secretary McMahon. The waiver is a waiver of the Elementary and Secondary Education Act. If it's approved by the Department of Education, it'll impact the 26-27 school year. And what the Indiana Department of Education is looking to do is to combine 15 federal education programs and move them all into one block grant. So of note, that would be Title I, Title II, Title III, Title IV. I believe we'll be talking about Title I today. Title II, as a reminder, is teacher training funding. Title III is English language learning. Title IV is used a lot for safety and technology. So if this gets approved, it's going to move all of those funds into one block grant, but it does allow the state to move money to any district at any school as it sees fit, including charters, micro schools, or partnerships with colleges or industry. So a lot of question marks. We don't really know what that means, what that looks like, how state will institute a waiver if the federal government does approve it, but I thought it was important to bring it to the table.
Thank you. Ms. Gomez?
Yes, I attended the NISEC meeting on October 8th. We didn't actually have a ton to discuss, so I'll just give you guys some really brief highlights. They had a walk-a-thon where they raised $1,426 for the school, so that was good. They did also reach a tentative agreement with their teachers union. We vote on that on October 28th. Classroom aides are still needed. Check social media, NICEC website, call me, whatever you want to do. If you know someone who's looking for a job, I also want to give a special shout out to the last kids. They came to our last meeting, and they do different things. They sell wreaths and rugs, and they do different things to raise funds throughout the year. And they had a drink cart for us where we got to order like lattes and hot cocoa and stuff. It was really cool to see all the kids there, just, you know, doing all these things that they love to do. And also, I had a pumpkin pie latte, and I cannot recommend it highly enough. So, that's all. Thank you.
Mr. Kuba.
Nothing to report, Mr. President.
Thank you. Parks Department, Park Board met last Thursday. Ethan, you're going to get a note, if you haven't already, from Dr. Smith. The Parks Department is requesting that we publish in our media outlets their survey, a link to their survey, so that anybody who uses the parks in Highland can provide feedback on things that what they think. So I gave them the okay for that. And we're continuing to look at some of the parks, things that we can do to modernize them from a park board perspective. Wrapping up some bond money that we have, and then looking forward to a new bond that will be issued at some point in the next, call it 18 months, maybe a little bit more. Redevelopment, nothing new to report. So with that, I will close the board reports, and I will open, right? I want to open the hearing?
Mr. President, if you don't mind.
Please.
We have this evening the first joint 1028 project and preliminary determination public hearing with regard to a proposed bond issue. Notice of tonight's hearing was published in the Post-Tribune and also the Times on October 6th. There'll be another public hearing at our meeting in November. That'll be November 18th. At tonight's meeting, anybody in the audience is entitled to come to the podium and ask questions, offer their support or opposition to the proposed bond issue, which will be for various things needed, various projects needed by the school town, particularly in light of the lack of funds receiving from the state. Did anybody have any questions or want to make any comments?
Please, step up to the
Tauber.
podium.
Rick Robert, 9221 Parkway Drive. I should be more prepared, I'm not. I'm just going to ask a very broad and general question of the nature of the projects that you have in mind. I don't think I have to be more specific, so that's the nature of my question.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's a work in progress, so again, given what Mr. Tauber just said, it's in reaction to the funds being cut from Senate Bill 1. So as an example, we can't buy a bus this year. So we're using the funds from that we would have put forward through transportation to buy a new bus. We are not, because that's going to help us cover the gap that we're going to see from SB 1. So we're still working on a finalized list, but chances are there's going to be a bus or two in there.
Yeah, I can add a few more things if that's okay.
Yeah, sure.
We would like to continue our parking lots. You know, we did 2 parking lots this summer. Do 2 more, slowly work on those. We have rooftop units we want to finish up. iPads, we can't charge textbook fees anymore. The state doesn't allow for that. So our students all have iPads, our teachers have MacBooks. So we would be able to purchase those without charging students.
You're not allowed to pay for this stuff.
Correct.
I mean, you must bear the burden.
Correct. And then the one thing that I will add to this as well is we did a GEO bond a year ago, and that it was a 1-year payback, so that's dropping off. This will just continue. It will not impact the taxpayers at a higher tax rate. It will just continue to stay the same.
Thank you.
Yep.
Any other comments? Okay. So with that, can I have a motion to approve the engagement letter with Tauber Law?
I will motion to approve that.
Thank you, Mr.
Support,
Allen.
Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Kuva. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 5-0. May I have a motion for the engagement letter from Taft?
Motion
Sentence
to
up.
approve the engagement letter from Taft.
Second.
I think the Taft law firm is sufficient.
That's what I said.
Thank you, Mr. Kuva, and thank you, Mrs. Garcia.
You almost did it again.
Gomez, I stopped. Gomez, there we go. All right, any discussion? Just see if you guys are paying attention, Nellie. All right, hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 5-0, and I will now close the, I'll close the preliminary hearing on the bond issuance. All right, and we move to financials.
Good
Hello,
evening,
Mrs. Adams.
everybody.
A name I will never screw up.
Letter A is the treasurer's report. Copy of the September treasurer's report was included in your board packet. I'm requesting approval as presented.
Can I have that motion?
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to approve the treasurer's
Thank
report.
you so much, Mrs. Smith Gomez.
Thank you. You
Second.
can go with Smith, doesn't matter.
Thank you, Mr. Garcia. He's doing that just to mess with me.
Yep.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Vouchers.
A copy of the voucher docket was also included in your board packet. I recommend that it be approved as well.
Motion to approve the vouchers, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Cuba. Do I have support?
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Budget adoption items. The adoption of the 2026 budget.
The 2026 budget, the capital projects, and the bus replacement plans were advertised on Gateway on the DLGF's website and the School Town of Highland's website as required by statute. A public hearing was held on September 16th. The administration now recommends that the board adopt the 2026 budget, the tax rates, and the tax levies as published and heard at the public hearing.
All right, do I have that motion?
Motion to approve the 26 budget.
Thank you, Mr. Garcia. Do I have support?
Second.
Thank you, Mrs. Gomez. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Adoption of the 26 through 28 CPF Plan.
All statutory obligations have been met as just described, and we recommend that the board adopt the 2026 to 2028 capital projects plan as presented with this resolution.
Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Kuba. Do I have support?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Garcia. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Adoption of the 2026 through 2030 bus replacement fund.
The administration also requests the Board of School Trustees to adopt the 26 through 2030 bus replacement plan as required by Indiana Code and confirmed by this resolution.
Do I have that motion?
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to approve the adoption of the 2026 to 2030 bus replacement.
Thank you, Ms. Gomez.
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Garcia. Any discussion? All right, just a point of clarification, as I just mentioned earlier when we were having our bond hearing, even though we have numbers on here, the amount that we are going to need to spend a bond coincidentally is roughly the amount that we are going to lose as a result of Senate Bill 1 implementations. So I just wanted to call that out. So.
I'll just clarify too,
Please.
Mr. President, it says adoption for bus replacement. We are, by law, by state statute, we have to do that, but we are not replacing buses with this particular budget. Thus the reason, as you just mentioned, for one of the reasons for our general obligation bond.
Thank you. All right, any...
Motion to approve, Mr. President?
We already have the motion.
Do we?
We're discussing.
We just we're in discussion. Sorry.
I got a question.
Feel free.
No, that's good.
Any further discussion? All right.
We're not replacing the buses, correct?
Correct.
And so the law requires that we replace the buses when?
Well, it says we're supposed to replace the buses every 12 years.
Every 12 years.
So these would
So
be,
we will be keeping older buses in use.
used to be 10, now it's 12, and it will be pushing even further than that. Yeah.
Okay. I just see where we're at there. Thank you.
Yep.
Any further comments or discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Resolution to transfer amounts from the educational fund to the operations fund.
This resolution permits the treasurer to transfer an amount up to $3,500,000 from the education fund to the operations fund to cover the 2026 former general fund category 3 and category 4 expenditures. This transfer resolution is required to be passed each calendar year, and the transfers will be made on a quarterly basis throughout the year and only as needed. I recommend that the attached resolution be passed by the board.
Do I have that motion?
Motion to approve the resolution to transfer amounts from the education fund to the operations fund.
Support, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. Kuba. Do I have any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Employee insurance renewal.
Okay. The Northwest Indiana School Insurance Trust has been performing extremely well, but with anticipated increases in healthcare costs, the trust voted to increase the rates by 4% for 2026. The administration recommends maintaining our current vendors for dental and vision. Delta Dental's premium will increase by 3% for a 2-year term. IMED has offered the current rate for an additional 36 months. One America Financial is continuing to keep the rates for life and long-term disability insurance through December 31st, 2027. And just as a reminder, in November of 2022, the board approved distributing the remaining self-insurance funds to the health insurance members over a 5-year period until all funds are depleted. This will be year 4 of the distributions. An HSA or HRA $250 contribution for the employees who selected the PPO option, and a $1,000 contribution to those who selected the High Deductible Health Plan 1 or High Deductible Health Plan 2 will be distributed each year until the funds are exhausted. The administration supports the trust's recommendation and requests the board approval of all of these items.
All right, thank you. Do we have that motion?
Motion to approve the employee insurance renewals.
Thank you, Mrs. Garcia.
Second.
Thank you, Mrs. Gomez. Any discussion?
Yes, if I may.
Please.
I just want to comment also just how forward-thinking administration was in working on this trust. And I mean, it's been some years that we've been a part of it, but the cost savings we've realized and to see such modest increase in premium where across the country we're seeing significantly higher increases in premium. It's just a fantastic opportunity for the district to realize cost savings while also providing a good benefit to our staff.
I appreciate that, Mr. Garcia. My first couple of years, Mark Reiser and I used to kind of joke and say, wouldn't it be awesome if we could just get together with other school districts and combined our forces, and we finally did. It took a while, but we finally did, and it's really paid off. It really has.
I agree that, based on things that we're seeing in the private sector, right, the rate increases are really minimal compared to what's going on out there. And the fact that, is you're winding down the old plan, right, that you're still making contributions into HSAs and HRAs for the former participants, right? It's fantastic.
I'll say this, we tried to get in the Porter County Trust a couple of years before we got into this trust, and they were not taking new people. They're going up 9%. And, you know, they have all the other districts around us. So it's nice, we're only going up 4, and they're going up 9. And then my wife's district down in that area, they have like 10 or 11 small districts, they're going up over 20%. That's what's happening to healthcare costs right now. So for us to go 4, we're pretty happy.
That's great, thanks again.
Mm-hmm.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Donations.
Okay, I'm requesting approval for the following donations. Over at Southridge, we have Deanna Shapiro, up to $1,200 worth of candy to the Student Council. Southridge PTC, $500 field trip copay, and that's going to be for each grade level. Also from the Southridge PTC, classroom supplies valued at $350 for for each of the Southridge teachers. And Southridge PTC is also giving teacher reimbursements up to $3,750 for the Southridge teachers. At Warren, the Warren PTO is giving teacher reimbursements up to $6,400 for the Warren teachers. And at the middle school, Chick-fil-A donated $770 worth of food vouchers for student attendance awards. McDonald's donated $146.50 in food vouchers for student attendance awards. Applebee's donated $7,465.50 in food vouchers for student attendance awards. And Julie and Joshua Graham donated $150 for boys football over at the middle school. Last but not least, we have the high school. Mr. Eric Wilson donated $40 for girls soccer. We request your approval to accept these donations.
Do I have that motion?
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to approve the donations.
Thank you, Ms. Gomez.
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Garcia. Any discussion? Ms. Gomez?
How did you know? I'd be willing to let other people contribute as well. But once again, I am, floored by the amount of donations we receive at the school town of Highland. I mean, personal donations from Deanna Shapiro, Julie and Joshua Gran, and Eric Wilson, thank you. Thank you to these wonderful restaurants that give back to our schools. But also, I'm going to say, as you know that I always will, special thank you to the PTOs and the PTCs. Many of us got our start there, so feel free to come aboard if you want. But, they work very, very hard to not only raise money, but do fun things for the teachers and the students and the parents, and to really give us a sense of community, which is something that Highland has tenfold, maybe thousandfold. So we appreciate all of their hard work, we appreciate all of these donations, and we thank them all.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Special Services, Building and Grounds Report.
And a copy of their report was included in your board packet. I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Any questions, clarifications? All right, thank you, Mrs. Adams. On to curriculum. Dr. Erlach.
Thank you.
How you doing?
Great. How are you?
Wonderful.
Title I is first. So Title I is a federal program that provides financial assistance to schools like us with a high percentage of children from low-income families. This year we were awarded $407,599.45. $12,130.93 is shared with the non-public schools here in Highland. That leaves us a total of $395,468.52. Mainly that money goes towards our Title I director's salary, the paraprofessionals that work in each of the 4 schools, and then additional supply money for software programs and such. I just ask that you approve the grant as submitted.
All right, do I have the motion?
Motion to approve, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Kuva. Support?
Second.
Ooh, boy, that was close.
Ooh, I
Pick
can
one,
choose
pick a
one.
G.
Whichever name comes to mind.
We'll go, Garcia was louder, so we'll go with him.
Victor.
All right, any discussion?
Yes, if I can, I just
Please.
want to make sure I'm clarifying this right, that we're sharing this Title I money with our non-public schools that are in our geographic boundary, but we are the ones that manage the financials of the grant. We have to do all the reporting on the grant, the application of the grant.
The one thing they have to do is request the fund. That is it.
That's very nice of you.
Yeah.
You have to go collect signatures, too.
I mean, it's our financial office staff, on the pre-application, they do nothing. They just request the funds.
And compared to previous years, how is this?
We're down just a bit. This year wasn't a significant drop. It was a little under 5%, about a 4% drop from last year. So not terribly off from last year.
But we are seeing less money on
less
top
and
of, less money
Yep.
due to Senate Bill 1.
Yeah, and there's rumors that it will be less in the future, like as much as 25% less in the future,
Okay.
which that will be impactful.
Thank you.
Welcome.
All right. So any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 5-0. 2526 formative assessment grant.
So the state of Indiana provides grants for us to provide formative tests to identify students who require remediation. Now that the I-Learn checkpoints are mandatory, this dollar amount has significantly dropped. They did provide us with $21,189.60. We will continue to use this money towards NWEA, but only at the K-2 level. And we use that for reading and math, but then also for the mandatory dyslexia screening. It can also be used for further remediation for like Tier 3 students, but last year, just for point of reference, we were awarded almost $42,000, so almost a 50% drop. But last year it wasn't mandatory yet, the I-Learn checkpoint. So basically, I-Learn checkpoints is kind of slashed that, and it's arguable on that point as far as whether or not it's going to be a good thing or a bad thing. We'll see over the course of over the long run. Teachers that have used NWEA for all their years and the data that it provides, we'll see on the other side with I-Learn checkpoints. What the main mission of the checkpoints is you're going to find out in fall and winter and one more time before that summative how the kids are doing in order to be able to be ready to pass the test. So there's some arguable good points to that, so we'll see. So I just asked the board to approve the grant as submitted.
Motion to approve, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Kuba.
Second.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Kuba. Any discussion?
Yes, if I may.
Please.
So I hear that we're kind of in a wait and see, like we don't know what these new checkpoints are going to do for us in terms of giving us the data that NWEA gave us in the past.
Yes and no. I think that we had Warren Elementary and the middle school both piloted last year, so they were able to see. It's more specific to the power standards that, like at each respective point in the year. So I think that from my basic understanding right now of it, I think NWEA gives a broader sense of, and then with I-Learn checkpoints, it's more dialed in directly to the summative assessment at the end of the year.
Okay.
So we'll see though.
And then, so given that we saw a significant decrease in this funding, it stands to reason that we'll probably likely see a continued decrease in this funding.
I would think so also. They're still going to provide, because they mandate that we test for dyslexia. So they have that, they have a short list of screeners that they allow us to use. So I think this is going to continue to cover that. And then the K-2 is that uncovered area also. So I think that it will probably still drop. I would say that's a reasonable assumption.
Thanks, and thanks for covering the dyslexia piece, because I remember it was about 4 years ago that we got that requirement from the state with no additional funding to do that
Yeah.
testing.
Mhm.
And that our Title I director and her team, I mean, that's a heavy lift at the beginning of the year.
Yeah. Great. Thank you. Thanks for clarification.
Any further discussion?
Yeah, I have a question. From what I remember, the NUIA tests also have, like you talked about, further assessments where you kind of dive deeper into that. Does the iLearn checkpoint test, do those tests have that option, or do you know if they will have that option, or is that just something that's
You
going to be...
mean further testing with inside those checkpoints?
Yes.
I don't believe so.
Okay.
I'm 95% sure on that.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Anything else? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Professional leaves.
These leave requests are submitted for your review and recommended for your approval.
Thank you, Dr. Erlack. Do I have a motion to accept?
Motion to approve the professional leave.
Thank you. Do I have support?
Second.
All right, thank you, Mrs. Garcia. That was Mrs. Gomez, by the way. Made that motion. Thanks for that. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Personnel.
Yes. Thank you. For resignations, Edward Stanger, retirement computer technician manager for the corporation, December 31st, 2025. Autumn Gantz, resignation as a bus driver for the corporation, September 26, 2025. Bridget Brew, resignation as a bookkeeper at the high school, October 10th, 2025. I so recommend.
Motion to approve, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. Kuba. Do you have support?
Second.
Thank you, Mrs. Gomez. Any discussion?
Yes, I'd like to say something. I worked with Ed Stanger when I worked for the school town of Highland in the tech department. I just want to say he was a great guy to work with. I appreciate his service to the school town of Highland. He taught me a lot about tech, and my parents continue to benefit from that technology. So, no, happy retirement to Ed. He was a great guy.
Yes, absolutely. Wish him a happy retirement. Anybody else? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Appointment.
Yes, these are for the 2025-26 school year unless read otherwise. Allie Ross, appointment as the Math Bowl sponsor for Merkley. Jessica Deck, appointment as a bookkeeper at the high school, October 13th, 2025. Stacy Steele, appointment as the Science Bowl sponsor at Johnston. Anne-Marie Pizer, appointment as the Project Lead the Way launch lead at Warren Elementary. Humberto Garcia, appointment as the assistant boys wrestling coach at the high school. Rico Maldonado, appointment as the 7th grade boys basketball volunteer coach at the middle school. Matt Bagayski, appointment as the volunteer baseball coach for the high school. Austin Pizer, appointment as the assistant baseball coach for the high school. Reagan Colglazier, appointment as the assistant girls basketball coach at Southridge. And Corey Keist, appointment as the head girls basketball coach at Southridge. I so recommend.
All right, do I have that motion?
Motion to approve the appointments.
Thank you, Mrs. Garcia. Support?
Second.
I'll give it to Ray.
Yeah,
Get that.
Rick it is. Thanks, Rick.
I get it.
Do you support?
I talk a lot.
Any discussion?
I would just like to thank everybody that gives their time to our students in the sports office, teachers, and it's above and beyond. So they're coming in the morning and often staying till maybe going home right now. And so hats off to them.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Teacher collective bargaining agreement.
Yes, Mr. President, we had a meeting last week where we went over the contract for the state statute. Unless you have questions, I won't go through the highlights. We've already done so. I can hit a couple big points if you'd like, but
Sure.
we negotiated with the teachers. Big thank you to the Teachers Association. We had a pot of money of $300,000 for the school year, dividing that up by 149 teachers that qualified, and that came up to $2,013 per teacher adding to their base. We also per state law now, have to add money if a teacher, meaningful money, if a teacher takes and passes the literacy endorsement for their teaching license. So we're adding $250 to their base salary. One time, it'll always be on their base as long as they stay in Highland when they pass that. Any teacher can take it, but elementary teachers have to take it and pass it to renew their license by 2027. So that was added in there. We did tweak some language, didn't really affect and impact much of what we're doing, but we did that as well. We have a second year of the contract, which is $1,000 minimum, depending on if new money comes in. We will look at the new money at the start of next school year to see if we can add more than the $1,000. But again, I appreciate the teachers, and I appreciate the team, Amy Harrington, Ryan Erdelak, John Zach, and Cindy Adams all helped out on our team.
Do I have a
Motion to approve, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Kuba. Do I have support?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Garcia. All right, any discussion? Where do we start? Somebody's got to want to say something.
Here, let me
Go ahead.
jump in real quick. Thank you. Thank everyone on the teacher side too. It's nice to have a great working relationship. Not all school districts do in Indiana, as I read sometimes in the news. So thank you. Wish there was more, but it is what it is. So appreciate everyone's hard work, and thank you for getting it resolved and as quickly as you did. Thank you.
Who's next? Go ahead.
Just go down the line. Yeah, ditto to what he said, but also just want to thank everyone who put together the ability that we had saving money for this so we could give a raise this year. We all wish it was more, but I am appreciative that there was enough money saved to where any increase could be given. So thank you all for working on that.
Thanks. Well,
All right. I was going to save it for later, but
Let her fly.
yeah. So I can't commend the working relationship between the staff and administration. Everybody understanding the barriers and challenges that we're operating under, and administration really managing our expenses to a level that we're able to take care of our staff as best as we possibly can. I truly appreciate that. I know how difficult that work is, and that it's not just a one-sided piece. It's all parties coming to the table in good faith, and that doesn't always happen. So I'm very proud as a Highland homeowner, Highland resident, a Highland school board member that we have such a positive working relationship with all parties. Thank you.
okay, I would like to just ditto everything everybody else said. Thank you to the teachers union, thank you to the administration. We have had more teachers in the past, and so we have less teachers, same number of students. So we're asking our teachers to do more with less, and I really feel like this is pretty much just a cost of living raise. It's hardly a raise.
Yep.
So thank you very much, and I would just like to make that point.
I'd like to just add on to what Mr. Allier just said. Sure. The way we were able to come up with that pot of money, the state gave us 1.9% new money this year and about 0.9% new money next year. And we saved money by not either replacing teachers that left or other employees that left, or replacing teachers that left with less expensive teachers. So that's how we're able to get to that pot of money. Just to give you some statistics, we have 12% less teachers than we had when we failed the referendum a couple of years ago. So where we made cuts, we had 179 teachers in 2023. We have 159 teachers today, so 20 less teachers. If you recall, Dr. Mitchell retired. We did not replace Dr. Mitchell, central office employee. We already have our admin team is on basically a skeleton crew. If you look at schools the size of Johnston Elementary and Southridge, they don't have assistant principals, even though they have 400 or 500 students in their buildings, with some pretty severe special needs students as well. They take up a lot of time. So I think everybody's pitched in to do what we can to make ends meet and to scrimp the few dollars we can together to at least give something. It's probably close to like a cost of living, definitely.
Thank you. Yeah, I just, want to thank everybody that was involved in the negotiations. Knock on wood, we've had really productive negotiations through the years that I've been here. And it goes down to the relationship between the administrative staff and the teaching staff and those representing the teachers. So, yeah, I mean, we'd all love for it to be more. Larger classrooms, a little bit more pay. I wish it could be more, but it's the hand that we're dealt. So just want to commend you, Dr. Smith, and you, Dr. Rudelack, and everybody that's, you and Adams, with everybody that's been involved looking at our finances and just doing what you can to scrimp and save a little bit of money. And, we can share that what we can with the staff overall. So appreciate that. With that, all in favor of accepting the motion? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Administrative classified salary recommendations. Dr. Smith.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. President. We've done this in the past. We usually try to give equivalent to what the teachers receive or something close to equivalent. The equivalency for this would be about 2.75% or close to that. So I'm asking to the board to approve a salary increase of 2.7% for the non-certified and the admin team. So basically everybody that's not in the teacher's bargaining unit, and it would just go on to what they're currently making now, the 2.75% increase. And as mentioned earlier, the way I view that, I wish we could give more, but it is a raise. You just approved health insurance at 4% increase. We know our NIPSCO energy bills. If you have a house anywhere in the region, they went up about 20%, 25%, and inflation's 2.5–3%. So we're just trying to give what we can to keep everybody treading water, basically. But something is something, So that's my recommendation.
Thank you, Dr. Smith. Do I have that motion?
Motion to approve.
Thank you, Mr. Garcia.
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Gomez. Any discussion?
So this 2.75 would not just be an administration, but it would be teachers' aides.
Yeah, bus drivers, cafeteria workers,
custodial,
secretary, the whole bit. Yeah,
lunch workers.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Anything further? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
Thank you.
All right, and that wraps the agenda for this evening. Comments from the audience? Please step up to the podium. As you're stepping up, just a reminder, we don't talk about active investigations, we don't talk about HR items, and we don't talk about individual students. Please.
Clark, 9221 Parkwood Drive, Indiana. Just a quick comment. This is not the purpose of making my little 3-minute presentation. We have discussed salaries here extensively. I appreciate that. I think it's important. If I had the power to give you all a 10% pay raise, I'd give you a 10% pay raise. I want to make that very clear because I'm always accused of a lot of things. But one thing I should not be accused of, and always am, is that I'm trying to take money away from somebody, I guess. I would like to address this issue for 10 seconds. At what point do we ever have an opportunity to discuss I-Learn testing and the fact that the scores that show up, most of the highest locally at 48, or was it 46%? This school corporation at 26 to 27%. Our kids are way smarter than that. Our teachers are doing a much better job than that. And it's like, I think we kind of ignore it, but we don't address it. And it's like the people writing the test are not in any way providing a general outline of what our students and our teachers need to know so these scores would be better. That's all I'm going to talk about that. I want to take an issue that's flag football. Girls flag football. Girls flag football was always played for years at this high school and other high schools in Northwest Indiana, probably throughout the state. It was a one-game situation. It was basically the senior class versus the underclassmen, meaning juniors and those that are less than juniors. And it's like, it was an extremely popular activity. There were so many students, it was hard to get the kids into the game. the IHSAA adopted, not as an experiment, that's the wrong word, but they adopted flag football to an extent. They call it, it's got a name, now I can't find the name, but anyway, we had 78 schools sign up for it, and 44 or 46 participated in the state tournament. The state tournament ended a few days ago on Saturday. Very, very popular activity. It's like, I want to just make this observation. If I run out of time, let's get this on the table right away. The Indianapolis Colts, the pro football team in the state of Indiana, offered up $10,000 to any high school that would adopt girls' flag football to defray some of your opening expenses. I'm sure they're not going to give you $10,000 year after year after year. But they might come back next year, I say might, I have no evidence to prove this, in the year 2026 and offer up $10,000 more for any high schools that had not yet adopted flag football. And I just want to say, I know we're tight with money, and of course, flag football, like any other sport in high school and other sports in middle school, has to be supported by attendance. And I realize that salaries are involved. I understand that. Nobody's going to go out there and work for free. And is it going to dig into your 2.5, 2.75%? Yeah, I suppose. I'm a really imaginative person, and I'll bet you money I could raise the money necessary for those salaries, whatever they are. And I still have a $2,000 challenge out there. If somebody comes to the plate with $2,000 or more, I will contribute $2,000.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Thank you. Thank you.
Anybody else? No? All right, on to board comments, Mr. Elliott.
No comments tonight.
All right, Mr. Garcia.
So just, again, start with my condolences to the Summers family and more specifically to the Cohen family. I think I want to make sure that I know this. I know our district is hurting. I know our school-town family is hurting, and I'm appreciative of all the supports that we have been able to offer, not only our students, but our staff as well. And I would just remind folks that while sometimes it sounds cliche, it is okay to not be okay, and make sure you're talking to someone if things are a little rough. And, you know, things happen, but we all internalize things differently. So especially for the students in the room today, like, just please remember that, you know, you will always be exposed to challenging environments, and it's okay to talk to your friends and trusted individuals in your life. So I want to set that aside. I do want to echo what Ms. Gomez said about PTO and PPC support on a donations. That is just amazing dollar amounts. And we all know how much work goes into raising those dollar amounts to help support our schools and make our buildings as engaging and as fun as possible. I want to say a special thank you to Mr. Stanger for 10 years and wish him well on retirement. Good luck to our athletics, so our regionals, football. Congratulations to girls soccer. I do want to highlight, though, that we did not talk about who won the President's Cup, which was boys soccer. And congratulations to the boys soccer team for winning President's Cup at what I 3.9.
I heard Dario carried the team.
3.93.
3.93 was it? So I'm just very proud of the boys soccer team and what they do on and off the field. Also, a big thank you. I'm sure we're going to be hearing more from the Education Foundation on those 19 grants. I can't wait to see what those grants are. Excited to hear more about Fools. I thought that was just going to be a play about Mr. Kroll, but apparently it's something more. Sorry for the shot. So we had a patron discuss standardized testing. I agree. I also find that standardized testing in Indiana seems to be a challenge. So I also appreciate the comments on additional athletics. I still have not heard a student or a parent or a guardian that's brought forth interest in expanding our athletics given our financial situation. I think that would be significantly challenging. As a reminder, we're here to educate first and then provide extra curriculars. So I would always be in favor that we're making sure we're taking care of our teachers before we're worrying about any extracurriculars that we're offering. And then I'll ask Ms. Gomez to share why we're wearing college gear.
Yeah.
I wondered if you guys were going to say it. Yeah, I asked my fellow board members at the last meeting, since we had missed College Go Week in September, if we could have our own College Go Week on the board this time, and everyone who was able to participate did, so I appreciate it. I know that not everybody could make it home to change into something maybe a little more relaxed for the evening, so I get it, but I appreciate their indulging, and I know that some people are wearing what, either their kids, the school that represents where their kids went to school or where they went to school, but I think it's kind of cool to see some of the colleges and universities that our board attended or is affiliated with. So thank you all for doing that. I want to offer my condolences first and foremost to our families that are suffering. Erica's family, I'm sorry for your loss. Friends, echoing what Mr. Garcia said, please talk to your people. The school has people available as well. Your community is here for you, and we're all thinking about all of you. I want to offer congratulations on a completely different note to our fall sports, and especially the cross-country team and the individuals from the team that are moving on. Thank you to the Education Foundation for all of their grants. I'm looking forward to the fall show, and I think that's all I have this evening.
Thanks. Mr. Cuba.
Thank you, Mr. President. First, condolences to the Summer family. I fortunately had Mr. Summers as a government teacher back in the day and as a coach. So Coach Summers, I mean, I saw a lot of postings, like a great role model, great mentor. I mean, really, it's a big loss to Indiana and to the communities. The Poland family, same thing, offered a condolences, and Mr. Smith was sharing on education. I've been on the board over 18 years, and I've attended too many of these in the past 18 years. It's the worst thing that happens to a community. I mean, it's hard when you see it, and as a student, it's hard for students too. But echoing, yes, if you hear anybody talk about anything, they're having troubles coping with it, talk to an adult. Don't take a chance. Don't just talk. I mean, adults need help. We talk to each other. No one's invincible when tragedies happen and that, so please, please support each other. Get the support from your parents, friends, anyone you can, because it's hard. It's not easy. I can attest to that. Thank you again for the administration, the Teachers Association. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Really, thank you. It's just 18 years too. We've never had any. It's been always smooth. It's so great. I mean, that makes it being up here, so that part's easy. The other part is not as easy when tragedy happens in the community. We're in, let's see, what do we got? Halloween coming up on a Friday. We got football coming up, right? So we have Friday in East Chicago, got a football game. So anyone that wants to go out there, please go out there and support the Trojans. Dress warm if it's going to be cold. And enjoy the next few weeks of fall before we hit wintertime in December. That's all I have, Mr. President.
Thank you.
Mr. President, before you start, I do want to add, because it's been mentioned a few times up here, the resources that we have available. I want a huge thank you to the town of Highland, the town council, in getting us a social worker, Haley. She has been integral in a couple of big issues that we've had to begin the school year. So I know Mr. Skringa and the town council approved that, and I really appreciate what they did, because she has been, we knew we would need her, we just didn't, I don't think, realize how much we really needed her. So I want to mention that.
Thank you. Yeah, I too would like to extend my condolences on to the Poland family. I would like to apologize for not making the services this past Sunday. Unfortunately, I was out of town taking one of my children back to college. Thoughts and prayers are definitely with the family. I've known Tom Summers most of my life. I grew up a few doors down from him. I had him as a teacher. He was a wonderful role model. He was an incredible coach, an incredible human being, really led through example. So my sympathies out to Andrea and Tom and their youngest son. Oh my God, he's not blank. Tony, thank you. Thank you. He definitely will be missed. I hope that everybody had a good fall break. It's over. Time to get cooking again, guys. Nose to the grindstone, hit it hard, and, bring it home for Christmas break is right around the corner. Congratulations to the girls soccer team. Excellent job on another sectional win. Lots of stuff to look forward to next year as continue to build. Congratulations to our boys and girls cross-country team, 7th place finish at sectionals. Malachi Colglazer, mom's in attendance tonight, huh?
20th.
Number 20th is an individual, and we'll be down. Good luck to the girls and boys that have qualified to run at regionals. It is Saturday morning down at New Prairie. Wish them the best of luck. Good luck to our high school football team as they start their sectional play at East Chicago on Friday. Congratulations to the middle school girls cross-country team. My daughter, one of the members of that, but the girls, for the first time, they were undefeated, and they won conference all out on their own. So for the regular season, they went down to state, they finished 15th at state, and then they went to conference, and they defended their undefeated season, and they won conference. So it was the first time, I think, in like 15 years or 20 years that they won conference. So congratulations to that group. And we started, a lot of folks conditioning already for our winter sports, so best of luck to them. Good luck to the theater as they start my personal favorite, apparently, fools. I got Kuva up here, and Garcia's throwing shade at me, but that's okay. We'll look the other way. Thanks to...
Gomez, shows Gomez.
He was my favorite Adam Sandler. Thank you to our Highland Education Foundation. 19 grants is unbelievable. Our PTOs, our PTCs continuing to deliver, so thanks for that. Congratulations to the Johnson, right? Girls basketball team.
Oh, that's right.
Our elementary girls basketball team tournament champions. They beat by 1 point. 1 point. It was a battle.
And they're undefeated all season, too.
Yeah.
They were fantastic.
They were undefeated. Very good, man. Great job.
How many years is that, Amy?
Go Wildcat. We had
Oh, I don't know, a lot.
A number.
That's gotta be a lot.
I could have coached them.
You could have. All right, boy, are we falling off the rails here. All President's Cup, you nailed it, Mr. Garcia. The boys soccer team finished first in the President's Cup ratings with a cum GPA of 3.93. Boys cross country at 3.89. Girls golf at 3.87. Girls soccer at 3.86. And girls cross country at 3.85. Again, putting the student athletes. We got a lot of smart people in our school town, so congratulations to all those student athletes. And this is actually a good stat. The all sports GPA, who wants to guess it?
3.72.
Close. Anybody? 3.68. It's impressive. That's impressive. So thank you for our coaches that continue to drive home athletics, and as they continue to build them as athletes. So that will wrap for tonight. Our next regularly scheduled board meeting will be in this room on November 18th at 6 p.m. Preceded by an exec session.
Motion to adjourn.
Support. Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.